Hey, I'm Cooper Fox, and I'm joined by Michael Micklon, the Executive Director, and Carrie Arsenal, the Capital Campaign Director for Johnson Hall. How you guys doing today?
Doing well, how are you?
Doing awesome. Very impressed by this place.
Yeah.
Now, Johnson Hall has been around since the 1860s, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it was built in 1864 as an accompaniment building to the hotel that used to be next door. So it was the Johnson Hotel, and then the first floor was originally the livery, where they used to park the horses. Second floor was spillover dining for the restaurant, and then this space was used to originally just a flat floor, and they had graduations and things like that. And then over time, they converted it to an opera house, and then eventually its last life was a full-time movie house that closed in 1956. And then the downstairs floor, where our studio theater is, has been running since the 80s as a full-time live theater venue for music, comedy, theater, films. Yep.
So this upstairs space, the big space where we are now,
Yep.
hasn't been used since the 1950s?
Yep, 1956 it closed finally as a movie theater, and basically was storage for a number of businesses along the street here. And basically when it was bought in the 80s, they started the dream of renovating the space. And so here we are almost 30 years later, and we're doing it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Now, even in the condition it's in right now, this place is amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It is.
Now, what are the plans for the renovations?
Tell them, Carrie.
The renovations will take this space and add the third floor theater for us, and this space will hold 400 seats. So right now we're operating downstairs on about 117, and we often sell out shows.
Right.
And so this space will let us bring in higher quality entertainment, or just entertainment that will require that amount of seats to come in.
No, what's the time frame on getting this place to where it?
That's always the big question, right?
So I'd say it always comes down to, once we have all of the $4.8 million to renovate the building pledged, then we can start construction. And when that happens, it'll take about 11 months from the start to opening. And where are we, Gary?
Right now we're at 54%, a little over 54%. So we're doing very well on our timeline. The hope would be that we would have this space open by late 2019.
Yep.
And so that's not very far away.
Not at all.
Right, so.
Now, what are some of the projects you have in the What are some projects you have in the works to raise the remainder of the money?
Want me to take this one?
Take it.
So there's a variety of different ways in which the whole $4.8 million comes to be. A big part of it is foundations and grants. So we have a committee of people, and we've identified certain people on the committee who are responsible for finding the grants we can apply for and actually going through the application process with us. So we are doing that. We also have the other committee members who are out in the community talking to people, spreading the word about what we're doing, getting people interested in the project, offering tours. People can come in at any point to see this space in person. And I really encourage that, because when you walk up those stairs and see it, it's amazing.
Yeah, right.
So.
And technically we're in what we call the quiet phase. It doesn't mean we can't talk about it, but we haven't done the major public phase. We're in the process now where we're getting corporate people involved, we're getting larger donors involved, and that's what's really brought us to the 2.6 and change million.
2.617?
2.617. Gary knows the exact number. That we're at right now. And so each day is, we say every time we come into work, we never know, someone else is going to have signed on with another pledge and another pledge.
Right, and we don't turn people away, of course, so anyone who comes, if they want to make a pledge, they can. But like you said, we're in the quiet phase right now, and when we do reach 80%, you'll start to hear even more about what we're doing.
Right.
Now, in the meantime, you're using the downstairs theater on a really regular basis.
We are.
Yep.
What do you have coming up as far as that goes?
Well, we do, like I said, we do theater, live theater, we do comedy, we do film, and a lot of music. So this month is actually kind of a perfect example, October. We have a film coming up, a documentary film, part of our food, film, and conversation series, where we partnered with the Gardner Food Co-op, and we people can come in, they get food at the co-op, come in, and we have a filmmaker come in and talk about their work, and then we show the film, do a question and answer. So we have that film coming up. This weekend, we have Michael Troutman, who is a professional clown, not the creepy, scary It movie type.
though it's Halloween.
He's worked with
October.
Big Apple Circus. He's been all over the world. He's an amazing clown, great for the whole family. And then on next Saturday, we have Cliff Eberhardt, who's a nationally renowned singer-songwriter that's traveled all over the United States and beyond, will be coming in. So that's kind of a slice of the kind of work that we do here.
I had a chance to see one of the Johnson Hall summer concert series shows
Sure.
that got, I won't say rained out, it got
Yeah.
rained in.
Yes, we brought it inside.
Yeah, I can't remember which band it was, but they
Is it
were
the Galler family?
It was the Galler
Family.
family.
Yeah.
That's
It was.
exactly
They
who
were
it was.
fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And such an amazing space to see a show, even the smaller space. I can only
Yes.
imagine what this is going to be like when it's done.
Well, what's really fun is when people come to a show and the artists come in, and we usually don't give our tours until after the show's over just because we're busy getting prepped for the show. So a lot of times the artists don't even get to come up until after, and it's always this wonderful thing of how much fun they're having on our little theater space, the audience and the performers, and then they come upstairs and everybody's mind just opens up to what this space will provide. And what's great is when we get done, we'll still run the small theater downstairs as well as this. So it'll really more than doubles what our possibilities for putting on shows in Gardner will be.
All right, well, Michael Micklon,
Yes.
Carrie Arsenault, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.